everyone, I've got a couple of projects to share with you today. The first project is a small needle case that I've put together. Both these projects I'm sending to Louisa, who is all about crafts on YouTube. She hasn't been very well, and I thought the little needle case would cheer her up a bit. It's basically the same as the vintage style needle cases that I've made before, which I'll put a link to below. I've just I've used a napkin to make this one, and I've just made it a trifold case rather than just folding it over. I've put a little handmade flower on the front there, a little bit of wedding applique with a tulle bow underneath, and this is the corner of the napkin. It had a lovely little bit of lace detail to it, so I left that on. I've just gone all around the edge with this lovely little petite lace, cotton lace that I have, and probably the last of it now because I've used it to death. A little bit of seam binding and lace to tie the case together. You'll have to excuse my voice. I've had a head cold all week, and I'm coming good now, but you know, changing weather has done that. So we just open it up, and it's just a trifold little needle case there. I've got some pins, needles, a little pair of embroidery scissors put in the center, some buttons, some thread, and some pins. On this side, I've just used this really nice, it's like pre-quilted fabric. It's got a little bit of batting behind it, so I don't have to do anything because it gives it a bit of sponginess there, with some white trim and a beige lace around the edge there, and that's all there is to it. You can see where I've folded the napkin over, although it was a bit big, so I had to take a slice out of the center and sew it back together, but it folds up really nicely as a little needle case for her, and I hope she likes it. I love the colors of this, the coffee colors and the creams and whites. It's a really pleasant color scheme for me to work with. The other thing I've made for Louisa is something she asked me to make for her. She has a friend who's doing some shopping over in Michael's in America or something like that, and asked me if I'd like anything. And when I offered to, you know, send money for certain things, she said, no, just make me a lace book. So this is the lace book I've come up with for her. It's a little bit different. I'm just trying to get it in shot there for you. I've actually put like a sculptured art doll on the front of this one. It's all padded vintage lady, and I've made her a lovely layered dress out of some lovely lace that Zeffie sent me, and a beautiful old antique doily, and then this lace from Shabbylicious on Zibbet, a lovely little bow, and this gorgeous grey lace that's actually from Lavish Laces some time ago. I've sewn some little crystal beads around the hip line there, and I've put 3 stick pins that are removable if she wants to. 3 stick pins in the back of her bustle there. I've tied a lovely bow with this lovely grey seam binding there as well, and just decorated her hair a little bit. And I love the soft colours of the greys and the creams and the whites. It's just really, really pretty and gives it a real nice vintage look. The actual cover is made up of some lace that Shah sent me quite some time ago, I think with her Matchbox challenge, and then it has like a big white doily going around it, and lots of little doilies on each of the flowers to add a little bit of interest and colour. Another doily, cream coloured doily here, and then an applique underneath her to help her to stand out a little bit. As you can see, there we go, there's the white doily coming around like that, and there's the cream doily around the little medallions in the center, and then I have 2 layers of nylon lace here, and then this lovely cotton piece of trim across there. I'll just see what my son needs, just a moment. Okay, sorry about that. The children are on school holidays again for their Easter break, so yes, I have to put them, so you can see underneath there. Oh, I hope I've been in shot. You can see the doilies underneath there where the dress just lays over the top, and I just thought that'd be a nice change for the front of a lace book, something a little bit different. It's nice to change things up, isn't it? Okay, so that's the cover, and this book is done in all these colour tones, all in the whites and creams and coffee colours, and it's the first neutral lace book I've ever done, and I was so tempted to use some colours and things, but I didn't. Okay, so after watching a bit of the video footage of the cover, I thought it just looked like it needed a little something, so I've put this little like halo frame around the top of the lady here, and I think that sort of gives it a better finish. It just sort of, as you can see, yeah, it definitely needed something around that top end there, so she has that around there, and that is just a little wire frame that some beading was on that Hazel sent me. It has this beautiful lace trim that I received in my last book page challenge, and I've also put some pearl trim around the base. Then it has 2 layers of lace underneath that as well, and I think that is definitely finished it off, and it's nice and dimensional, you know, but it doesn't get in the way, and I think it seems to balance it all a little bit better from looking at it, and they all need balance, and sometimes we don't see this until, you know, you see it on a picture or something like that, or you've already sent it and it's a bit too late then, isn't it? So there we go. I have definitely changed up the front cover a bit. Okay, so there's the first double page there. I've made some handmade flowers, one up the top here with some appliques underneath and some white leaves. We have a fabric bow, it's just a bit of old curtaining fabric I had, and a little bit of bling in the centre. I have the edge of a doily cut out and put along the bottom here with some little daisy flowers that Zephy sent me. Thank you, Zephy, and some doodads in the centre. All the pictures are actually placed onto book paper. Then there's this cotton fabric, and then there's the fabric picture, and they're all sewn together and placed on the background of the pages. The background of the pages is covered in this gorgeous corded lace that Chrissy, who is Chrissy Crosser on YouTube, sent me last year, quite some time ago, and I've been saving it for a special project, and it works really well with this album. All around the edge is some more of that beautiful little trim, and that goes all the way around the sides. On this side I just have a jewel piece across the top and an offcut of doily there. I have the offcut of doily here and another little handmade flower, and 3 layers of lace just going up the front there. So that's that double page. To make sure I'm in shot, straighten it a bit. There we go. Okay, so on this page, pages are all laid out the same. I have a dangle with a heart, a key, and a crystal drop. I have some offcuts of tattered doily at the top here with some pearls placed on, 2 layered appliques. That top one is a little flower from June, beautiful little tattered flower. Thank you, Jen. 2 more handmade flowers on the side here, and I have a lovely crystal beaded drop and 2 layers of lace and trim to hold that in place, and the corner of an old tablecloth, and I love that. I think that's so unusual with its crisscross design and that, and I think it works really lovely on that page. Down both sides I have this lovely dangly trim from Leele's store that I bought, which is Shabbylicious on Zibbet. And the next page is this one, and we have two large doilies covering the whole page. One's a white one, and one's a coffee coloured one. There we go. And they go around the whole page. A couple of little daisy flowers that Zephy sent me. Thank you, Zephy. The photos, and I've used some flourishes to break up the pictures on this page on both sides, and they're actually flourishes that Louisa sent me anyway, so she's getting them back. Some more flowers and a little paper flower. I've ruffled some more of that curtaining fabric up along both bottoms and put it against the photo, and I found these little funny beads at the op shop, which is the thrift store, and I'm not quite sure where they came from, but they work really well, and they look sort of old, so they might be old, they might not be, I'm not sure, but they look good there. So that's that double page. And then the last page is this one, and it looks like they're going to a party on this page, so I made it quite grand, and I used this beautiful old lace here, but that was basically all I had left, so I cut the bottom off it and put it up the top there to help it all blend in. And then this gorgeous wedding applique is one that Jude sent me well over a year ago now, and I thought, well, you know, I've had it for all that time, it's time to use it. It was a little bit big for this page, so I had to just trim these two pieces from here, and I put them there. I added a little bit of pearl trim across the top of this lace, and then down the bottom I've put some pearl centers on each of the flowers, and I think it turned out quite pretty. This piece of lace here I've just placed underneath to give a little bit of shape to the back cover, and that was just an off cut of something else, so I think that works really well there as well. And that is the book. I need to put my name on the back, I think, and that's how it turned out in all her finery there. And I hope Louisa likes the book. It was a lot of fun making this one. It was different, using more neutral colours, but I am pleased with how it turned out. And yeah, that's it. They're my two little projects that I have to share with you today, and I hope everybody's keeping well, and I shall see you again soon. Okay then, thank you. Bye bye.